Hola. I feel it's extremely important to be aware and have an understanding of the grand solar minimum. Global warming has been poured into human consciousness for decades now, and therefore it is very difficult to introduce the truth, which is that we're in fact entering a mini ice age, and one that will last for at least a decade. The weather extremes that are coming will hugely affect world food production, and 8 billion people will not survive. In this video, I will continue showing pictures of the floods in China, and I will also mention the locusts and how all of this is going to affect world food shortages. Hola, from Cascada Cafe Retiro in Popayan, Colombia. With the present great world confusion, I wish to do my part to accelerate the evolution of human consciousness. Please help by subscribing and sharing these videos. Thank you. The floodwaters continue to pound the Yangtze River basin. Further upstream from Three Gorges Dam in Jianshi County, this is what the small irrigation canals look like. On this map, the red shows the area fully inundated by water, but this information is far from accurate. The entire area, including the yellow, orange, and blue circles, are now flooded. In the beginning, it was just the farm towns that were affected, and farmers are poor. They can't complain because they don't have lawyers, and therefore they're not important. Now, however, the cities are flooded, and that is where the wealthy live. They have money, and they're very angry. On this picture, we see second floor balconies. That is how much water is present. And look at this picture. It is not just a few homes that are lost. It is thousands. Upper middle class China is being wiped out. This is the game changer. They are willing to sacrifice half of the country and the people so that they can stay in power. What we see now is the creation of these huge waterfalls from a tiny little stream. Help is nowhere to be found after hometowns are purposely flooded. The CCP, Chinese Communist Party, came out and said that there was only 100,000 acres of farmland flooded, and yet when you look at this before and after field area, it is clearly much more than 100,000 acres. Here is a picture of another vast area flooded because they blew the levee. Image after image after image. The farmers will not receive any help from the Chinese Communist Party, and people are not allowed to talk about the shortages that are coming. You cannot use severe shortages of supplies for a title. There is not one person in China right now that does not know personally a person who has been flooded. This is how vast the problem is, and that is why the Chinese Communist Party will not permit talking about it. Police is arriving in boats to tell people to delete their social media posts, yet they leave their people stranded in buildings. After all this suffering, now come the locusts. This picture shows a huge amount of locusts because getting this kind of a picture is not easy unless the amount of locusts is extremely dense. This is what the corn looks like after the locusts have come through. If farmers had some sort of a cornfield after the locusts, there is nothing left to take to market. We will see massive changes happening all over the world because of these floods, and further severe weather affecting other parts of the world in the fall, The rains will be affecting Canada and the United States. These problems started last year, but most people are simply not thinking about this or remembering this because of COVID 19. COVID 19 is now the most important news item. Physical preparation is extremely important, but an awareness, an understanding of the big picture is crucial, and you must be able to grow your own food in the very near future. Please go into action now and make the choice between listening to your ego, mendacious mind, and the external authorities, or listening to your soul, the internal authority. I was blessed with time and created this new life outside of the totalitarian control system, and I wish to be part of creating self-sustainable small communities. Please contact me. My information is below. The coronavirus pandemic is a psychological force that's being used to enslave humanity completely at every possible level through technocracy. There is no government solution. We must first remember who we are and then understand what we're doing here on Earth, specifically right now. Assistance with farmland purchases in Colombia and Ecuador. Spanish lessons. Long-term stay at a Colombian farm, 130 USD per week, 470 USD per month. Truth Consciousness Workshop at Cascada Café Retiro in English, Spanish, and French. Dental treatment of high quality and migraine treatment with NTI dental appliance. Infinite love.